Welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News. Joining us now is Ojy Okpe with stories trending around the world. Good morning, Ojy.
Good morning, Tundun. How are you?
Hello,
Good morning,
Ojy.
Dr. Bati. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. We missed you yesterday. Good to see you too. And good morning to you, viewers. We begin What's Trending today with an exciting news under entertainment. Grammy Award-winning musician Beyonce has announced that her new album, entitled Lion King: The Gift, will feature 6 Nigerian artists: Yemi Alade, Tiwa Savage, Wizkid, Burna Boy, Mr. Easy, and Techno. The album is a soundtrack from the new Disney film, The Lion King, which is set for release on Friday. In an interview with ABC, the singer said the soundtrack is a love letter to Africa. Really excited for all our Nigerian artists collaborating with Beyonce. It's such a great news. Yesterday, social media was abuzz with congratulatory messages to all the artists.
Yes, I think congratulations are in order to the Nigerian artists that have been chosen. And, you know, it's a very befitting recognition of how they've been able to raise the level of their performance. Before now, Wizkid, Tiwa Savage, Burna Boy, you know, all 3 of them have been recognized internationally. Yemi Alade even meeting Beyonce in person also went viral. And then, of course, you have Mr. Easy, you have Techno. And, you know, we've said it on this program that many of our artists have, you know, raised the level of their performance to international standard to such an extent that they are being recognized internationally. You left out Ghana. There's also a Ghanaian artist that is part of this, The Lion King, The Gift, and his name is Shatta Wale.
Right.
Now, the recognition by Beyonce has caused even more commotion in Ghana and excitement, because in May, when there was the Vodafone Ghana Music Awards, and the dancehall reggae King Award was given to Stonebwoy, you know, and he had won it consistently for 10 years. And his biggest rival is Shatta Wale. You know, Shatta Wale and his supporters and his fans, they tried to go onto the stage. There was this allegation that Stonebwoy pulled out, you know, a gun, and there was some talk about who is the better artist between the two of them.
Dr.
So now in Ghana, the excitement is that Beyonce has settled the matter. You know, Stonebwoy may have won the dancehall reggae King Award, but also Shatta Wale has also been recognized internationally for his talent. And, you know, so Beyonce may not have been informed that she has caused, you know, some kind of social storm in Ghana. But what is important, of course, is that either in Ghana or in Nigeria, we have these artists who continue to impress the international community.
I'm looking forward to the album and the film on Friday. More on global African collaborations. French media giant Canal Plus Group has acquired one of Nigeria's largest production studio, ROK Film Studios, from the video-on-demand company ROK TV. Canal Plus Group has been quietly making moves in Nollywood as part of its plan to strengthen its position in Africa's movie market. ROK Film Studios is Nigeria's largest production house with more than 500 movies and 25 TV shows. And this is the founder. She was also an actress. Mary Njoko. She announced
Congratulations
to her. She announced it on her social media, I believe, on Monday. And, you know, they're still going to be producing content for Canal. They will be producing, you know, they'll continue to produce their TV shows and their film, which is the most important thing for Nollywood. I think this is such a great move.
First, the U.S. company Netflix.
Yes.
Made this incursion into the Nollywood scene, and now Canal Plus. It's wonderful news.
Yes.
Well, I mean, as in the example of Beyonce, you know, collaborating with African musicians from Nigeria and Ghana, this is also, again, a recognition of the growth of the creative industry in Africa. And, but it's also a business consideration for Canal Plus.
Right.
In the sense that, you know, in Europe, it's beginning to lose its share of the viewing market with Netflix and others, you know, content providers doing so well.
Very smart move.
And, you know, the company also has, you know, in some Francophone African countries, they've been trying to develop content, African content.
Yes.
And this collaboration with ROK TV will help to, you know, push more of Nollywood materials into those Francophone countries. So it's an expansion of market move, but it's also an acknowledgement, you know, of the industry, the creativity, the growing quality of products from Africa. And we hope that our government particularly in Nigeria, since this is a Nigerian company, although it has, content and activities in both Nigeria and Ghana, that our government will take special notice of this.
Yes, absolutely.
And realize the fact that more support, either in Nigeria or in Ghana, must be provided, for the creative industry. Because what we see there, in terms of enterprise, in terms of potential, in terms of how, the creative industry is pushing foreign diplomacy in the cultural sector, that's something that any government should take seriously.
Absolutely. Well, let's move over to the U.S. now, more on entertainment. A judge in Chicago ruled yesterday that embattled R&B singer R.Kelly will remain in custody without bond as he awaits trial on child pornography charges. The singer is also accused of paying thousands of dollars to recover videotapes of himself having sex with teenage girls. R.Kelly pleaded not guilty to 13 federal charges from an indictment released in Illinois last week. If convicted, the singer could face up to 30 years in prison. This is such a sad case. Remember when I heard that he was arrested, I was telling you, I don't understand why he's even out in the first place. Because these charges are, they keep looping. They keep coming back. It was out on bail, I believe.
Well, those were state charges.
And these are now federal charges. But I mean, the evidence, they have videotapes and things like that are showing him having sex with underage girls. I mean, these are the same crimes that he was convicted for a couple of, 2 decades, almost a decade ago. And, he was acquitted, obviously. And now he's back again, facing these same charges, obviously, again, on the federal on a federal ground at this point. And I think that it's important. I'm very happy that the judge really took this stance for not releasing him, because
that is a flight risk.
He's a pedophile. I mean, why is he even out if he is a pedophile?
No, you're already doing the job of the court.
I'm doing the job.
By saying he's a pedophile.
Well, that's the judge. That's the judge saying that he's a flight risk. I'm not the one doing the job.
But the point I want to stress to people, to our viewers, R.Kelly appears to have a problem. It's compulsive behavior. Because if it was not compulsive behavior, after 2002, he would have controlled it. But what I want to stress to viewers, this issue of child pornography, the way people think it's normal or acceptable to forward images of children being abused, and they'll forward it to each other like, oh my gosh, protect your children or whatever, not from really a perverted point of view, but really there is no reason to ever send those images to anybody. You are distributing child pornography. You are in possession of child pornography. So if anybody sends you any of these images, just don't forward it, just delete it and tell the person. Because if you travel, and for whatever reason they find that on your phone, you will be arrested. It's a crime.
Yeah, that's a very
well. However, Robert Sylvester Kelly continues to insist on his innocence, and he says that he's just being framed by persons who want to use his position to make money.
Right. And
his lawyer also thinks that there isn't much to this. However, the judge refused to grant bail because the judge insists that one is a threat to minors, so you should not be allowed to be roaming freely about. And then secondly, you could run away. But his lawyer says,
how he's a flight
but his lawyer says, he's broke. But this is about power relations at the end of the day. I mean, R.Kelly, a power figure in the entertainment industry, and a lot of people relate to power in a manner that makes them a victim, and then he exploits his position of influence, his fame, to exploit, younger people, and children particularly. So if the facts can be established and the evidence can be, tendered, then of course he deserves to go to jail.
Absolutely. Let's take our final story that has been trending all over social media in America. U.S. President Donald Trump has faced intense backlash after suggesting in a series of tweets that the 4 Democratic Congresswomen known on Capitol Hill as the Squad should go back and help fix the totally broken and crime-infested places from which they came. Last night, the House voted 240 to 187 against strong Republican opposition to condemn the racist language from the president. Donald Trump has continued to defend his remarks, claiming that the tweets were not racist and denounced the vote as a Democratic con game, urging Republicans not to fall for their trap.
Well, I don't think we still have much time to comment on this, but clearly Twitter should do something about President Trump's tweets.
His tirades, if he cannot control his tirades, they have to. Thank you, Ojy.